Most people have that one branch in the backyard that just hangs there, mocking them from 20 feet up. It's too high for a standard ladder, and hiring a professional feels like overkill for a single limb. That is exactly where this TGrasol setup comes into play. It is essentially a modular pole system that stretches out to a massive 30 feet, which is honestly a bit intimidating when you first lay it all out on the grass. You get 9 individual sections that lock together, and the sheer reach here is the main selling point. It saves you from having to balance precariously on a ladder, which is a win for anyone who values their safety. Now here is the thing about these long-reach tools. When you have 30 feet of pole in your hands, it is going to have some flex. It is just physics. You have to get used to the walk technique, where you rest the head against the trunk and slide your hands back to let the saw do the work. Once you get that rhythm down, it actually bites into the wood quite well. The blade itself is carbon steel with a curved, 3-sided tooth design, and it feels surprisingly aggressive. It doesn't just scrape the bark, it pulls through the wood with a decent amount of authority. The build quality feels solid enough for the price point. The double locking mechanism on the poles is a nice touch because it keeps the sections from twisting while you are mid-cut, which is a common headache with cheaper telescoping gear. You also get a pair of branch scissors included in the kit, which is handy for those lower, thinner shoots that don't require the saw. Everything packs down into a canvas bag, so you aren't left with a pile of loose poles cluttering up the garage. However, it is not all perfect. At full extension, this thing is a workout. You are going to feel it in your shoulders after a few minutes, especially if you are trying to prune a thick oak branch. It is not a lightweight toy, and the weight distribution takes some getting used to. Also, while the epoxy resin poles are durable, you still need to be careful not to over-torque them when you are working at that extreme 30-foot limit. It is a manual tool, so you are the motor here. If you are looking for something to clear out an entire forest in an afternoon, this might be a bit slow, but for seasonal maintenance and keeping the canopy tidy, it is a really practical piece of kit to have in the shed. It is straightforward, it does exactly what it claims to do, and it keeps your feet firmly on the ground where they belong.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.